This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today topic is annotation based configuration, right? It's really good annotation based configuration. No? So coming to the annotation based configuration, we will see like in this class three annotations we will see. Annotation means what we reduce the configurations in a direct XML file. So up to now, the Spring up to now what we are talking about. Up to now we are talking about the Java what based configuration XML configuration, right? Almost 15 to 16 classes we talk about XML configuration. Today class. There are how many types of configuration there are? There are three ways to configure the data in Spring. I mean, it's three ways to configure data in Spring. One is XML configuration. XML configuration. Second one is what? So second one is annotation based configuration. Annotations based configuration. Third one is what? Java based configuration, right? Yes. This is like Java based. Okay, configuration, right? Yeah, because up to last 15 classes we done with what XML configuration. You go for the annotation based configuration, then Java based configuration. With that your Spring is over, then we will start the Spring Boot classes. Got the point, right? Yes, because annotation based configurations will reduce the will reduce the configurations done in what XML, right? Okay, annotations will reduce the okay configuration is done in what? Done in what XML file. See, basically XML contains the huge tags. In that case, what happened here? XML require definitely parsing. XML some validation of tags, right? Yeah. XML basically, which is like tag based programming. Tag based means tag based configuration. Tag based means what we require parsers required. Spring use like SAX parser to validate the XML files. Now Spring uses what? SAX parser will take the Spring uses SAX parser to validate the tags. It means if the big application, definitely XML code is lengthy code. Definitely we have to validate every tag. Then require which parser? SAX parser. Sama. XML when you done something like wrong configuration, we got a SAX parser exception. We in Spring XML parsing is done by SAX parser. In Spring, XML parsing is done by SAX parser, right? SAX parser. Parsing means what? Parsing means what? I'm saying parsing done by SAX parser means first of all you have to do parsing, right? What is parsing? Parsing in the sense didn't really parsing made up. In Spring XML parsing is done by SAX parser. Parsing means validation of tags. Wait, parsing means what? Parsing means parsing means what? Parsing means validation of what, XML tags, right? Validation of tags, XML tags. Exactly. So definitely, if number of lines of XML configuration increased, then what happened here? Parsing time increased, which is done by SAX parser, right? Yeah. To reduce the configurations in XML file, tell me to reduce the okay configurations in what XML. Use what annotations. Annotations will reduce the configuration done in XML file. You got the clarity, right? Why XML file? How many types of configuration total here? Three types. Or three types? XML configuration and annotation based configuration and Java based configuration. In Spring XML parsing is done by SAX parser. Parsing means what? Validation of tags. Okay, parsing means what? Validation of tags. To reduce the configurations in XML, to reduce the configuration XML, use what? Annotations, right? Exactly, guys. Yes, in the today class, we'll go for the three annotations. What are the annotation? One is the component annotation. The annotations are introduced in the Spring 2.5 version. Annotations are introduced in Spring 2.5. At the rate component annotation, at the rate, okay, uh, at the rate, post construct, and at the rate pre-destroy, right? Yeah, I think you understood, right? Post construct means after constructor. After constructor means which method? Init method, destroy method, init method, right? Exactly. Post constructor. It means post constructor means after constructor, right? After constructor. After constructor, which method got executed? Init. Life cycle process, right? Bean life cycle. In the bean life cycle, first object creation is done, then only initialization will be done, right? Init method executed. Post constructor meaning is what? After constructor. After constructor means after object creation, right? We post constructor means what? After constructor. Pre destroy means what? Before destruction. Before unloading, right? Destroy method, guys. Because we understood that at the rate component annotation to configure the, let me guess, to configure the class, bean class. So every day you're configuring the bean, right? How we configure the bean? Bean ID class. Bean ID class. To configure that, we need to go for the at the rate component annotation. This is equivalent to at the rate bean tag. Equivalent to what? At the rate bean tag. To configure the bean class. So bean class alternative tag is what? At the rate component. What the second one, sir? Post constructor. Post constructor means what? This is nothing but init method. Init method equal to what? Right, the INID, right? So for this one, the annotation is what? Post construct. So now init method. Next one is what? Destroy method. Destroy method attribute is then destroy method attribute. Then you can take what? Destroy, right? Yes or no? Destroy. For this one, the method is what? Pre-destroy. So how many annotations total in this class we will discuss? Three. At the rate component, at the rate post construct, at the rate pre-destroy. At the rate component, which is equivalent to the bean. Post constructor means init method. Init method, right? The name itself saying that post constructor. Post constructor means after constructor, before constructor. After constructor. Pre-destroy means before destroy. Before, like deinstantiation, you need to go for destroy method, right? Like that. So we'll make the example, guys. Today we'll go for the build path and Maven configuration. We'll go for the Maven project. Yes, today we'll go for everyone is what? Maven project. Maven is like build tool. There are two build tools are there basically. There are two build tools. There are what? Two build tools. What are two build tools? One is the, tell me here, one is what? Maven. Maven is basically XML configuration. Maven is what? XML configuration. It means up to now we build by the jars, but if you want keep on change the jar, if you want what specific jars we need to give, we need to change the configuration single file, right? That you can go for the Maven. So in detail, slowly you'll get the clarity. So no, one day if I discuss all Maven means not good. We'll take the Maven project, keep on, we'll do the updations. After 10-20 days, you'll get the clarity about what the Maven file is doing, right? Clear? Good. Then the faculties first they'll teach you Maven. If I teach all the folders at a time, you cannot. So depends on the situation, depends on the requirement. You can go for what? Folder by folder. How many build tools there are? Two build tools. One is Maven, one is what? Gradle. Gradle is what? Configuration, JSON configuration, right? Configuration, JSON configuration. Yeah, you go for the JSON configuration later. Of what? Maven project. Create the Maven project, guys. Create what? Maven project. Create the Maven project, right? Yes. As you go for the example, go to file menu, click on the new. Here, do you have any Maven project? No. So go for the go for the file menu, click on the new. You go for the others. What others? Otherwise, you can go for the project. There you can select the projects are there. Guess what? Java project, Maven project you want? Maven project. Directly yesterday class, last classes you're going for the project amount. But today Java project required, Maven project required. Maven project. Click on the project. Click on the project. I think you're able to see here. We can see like Java project, Gradle project is there, EJB project is there, Jax B project is there, Maven project is there. You need to select the Maven project. So Maven, right? Click on the next. When you select the Maven project, create a simple project. skip archetype selection. Yeah, create a simple project, amma. Create what? A simple project. Simple project means standalone application. What amma? Standalone application, right? Just click on the next. Because it's asking like group ID. Asking like what amma? Group ID. Group ID is nothing but, it's nothing but package name. A group ID is nothing but what amma? Group. Like we have a team, right? That have they have like group ID means what amma? Package name. One group, one package, another group, another package. Artifact ID is nothing but project name. Group ID is nothing but what amma? Package name, right? Com dot TCS dot. Let me guess. This is like annotation example, right? Annotation example. Artifact ID is what amma? Tell me. Annotation pros. Annotation pros, right? Exactly. Packaging like jar. We are going for the standard application, right? Jar you can make. Where means web applications. That we will see later. Project description if you want you can give. Parent projects, parent information if you want to get. As of now you don't have any parent project. Okay, just we have to give the configure the project, group ID, artifact ID. Tell me, group ID, artifact ID. That's it. Just click on what finish. Wait, group ID is nothing but what? Package name, unique identifier of the project. One group, another group, another group. Three packages. Artifact ID means project. Maven terminology, always you can find a group ID and what artifact ID. Click on what? Tell me guys, how to get the project one more time, tell me. File menu, click on the new project. Project, select the which project Maven. Select the Maven project. Go for the Maven project. Click on the next. Create the sample project. Create what sample project. Click on next. Group ID is what? Yes, if you didn't select this one, click on the next button. It's asking like if you didn't select the create the simple project. Create a simple project means what happened? Simple project created. Guys, create a simple project means what? Simple project created. Standard application created. If you didn't select also, no problem. Click on the next button. Here we need to select actually. All categories, are you showing anything here? No. Go for the internal. Then it's showing like artifact. This is like fixed start we have to select it. Fixed start we have to select. Otherwise archetype web. Web means web application. Fixed start means standard application. Yes or no, yaar? Either you can go back. You don't select this. If you didn't select this, means what happened? Click on the next archetype quick start. We have to do what am I? Quick start. If it is web application, means what? Archetype is web. Yes or no, yaar? It's like creating the archetype means what? Generating the folders. Quick start folders like standalone folders. Web means what? Different folders require, right? Sir, no, webinf lib folder, webinf folder will create the project like that. Now tell me guys, you want a project like quick start project or web app project? Quick start. Click on next. It will ask as usual like this. You got the point, right? Group ID, artifact ID. Because I'm showing the two things here. Either directly can click on this, click on next button. Directly it is asking like group ID. Create simple project, click on next. Group ID directly asking. No sir, unfortunately I forgot this means click on the next button. We have to select what quick start. Click on what next. While doing the quick start, make sure that here internal should be there. All catalogs means it is not showing, right? It's showing now. Fine. Yes, internal means what? Show the required things. Maven archetype quick start we have to select. What quick start, right? Click on the next button. Tell me the group ID. Group ID is nothing what? Package name. What package name? Com.tcs dot. Tell me your annotation example. Project name is what? Annotation, right? Annotation example. Annotation. Today is what day? Thursday, right? Thursday. Point, right? So when it's take like this, it's taking the package name like I told you, right? When you take the package name, it should reflect with your project name, module name, company name, right? That's what group ID, artifact ID in the below it is taking the package name by default. Yes or no? Yes. But I want package name up to this one is okay. Generally, group ID means unique identifier of the project. Nothing but package name. Group ID is nothing but project name. Package name is taking what both group ID as well as what artifact ID. By default, taking like that. But if you want, you can keep whatever you need. Just I'm making only com.tcs.group ID up to this one. Any problem? No problem. Oh, yes or no? By default, if you remove, again go back, go back, quick start. See, this is like yeah. By default, it is taking like this. What is by default? It is taking group ID and artifact ID. You want up to this, or you want only up to group ID is enough. That is up to you. You got the point, right? Click on button, finish. Bus. When you click on the finish, the project is generated. Make sure that when the project is generated, we need to check that folder. Yeah, with the project here, annotation Thursday. When you create the Maven project, make sure that here M should be there. What ma? M should be there. M represents what? Monday. Maven Amma. Mahalakshmi garu. M means what? M అంటే మహాలక్ష్మి అంట సంథింగ్ తెల్లమ్మా ఏదో చెప్పు ఎప్పుడో ఒకసారి తమాసుకున్నానికి వచ్చినప్పుడు చెప్పాలి కదా ఎమ్ మీన్స్ వాట్ అమ్మా మ్యావెన్ మ్యావెన్ మరి Maven is by default taking the JRE system libraries 1.5. Maven is when you create the Maven project, Maven is by default taking what 1.5. We need to change if you need. By default, Maven is taking which version of Java? 1.5. Any Maven project you can create, by default is taking the version is 1.5. Clear? Good. Guys, here SRC main Java. SRC main Java means what? This is a Java file. SRC main test means what? This is the testing purpose. App test. SRC main Java. This is the package name, right? Group ID you given na. This is the project name. This is the package name. Common app.java, right? Open this app.java. Yes, no, by default app.java is coming up. Yes. You can simply run this code. Right click on the project, run as a Java application. See, hello world is coming, right? This is a Maven structure. What the folders you will get? One is the SRC main Java, SRC test Java. This is a JRE session library. By default, which version of JRE taking 1.5. They're the Maven dependencies. By default is taking the dependencies what JNE dependency. Dependency in the sense jars. Yes or no? Yeah? Dependency in the sense what? Jar, right? This is the POMD XML file. Maven configuration is done using POMD XML file. Well, this is the structure of the project here. You understood? Huh? What the point? This is what a Java. This is what a tester. This is what a JRE. This is called what a Maven dependency. This is called POMD XML file. This is SRC like this is SRC like main file. When you create the Java files, you'll get here. But as of now, I didn't create anything. No? Fine. Wait, clear? Huh? That's it. POMD XML file. Guys, if you open the POMD XML file, I'll give some explanation of POMD XML file day by day. But today you got the group ID and the artifact ID. What the terminology tell me? Every day will go some terminology. One day all terminology is good for health, not good for health. Right. Every day one day all terminology not good for health. Health ki Maven సంబంధం ఏందమ్మా? Not good for health anta. Create the modern project what first one here the group ID. Group ID. What am group ID? Second one is what artifact ID. Artifact ID, right? Exactly. Real time employees know they'll write the code what they required. They'll learn what they require. Automatically day by day it is increased. But students are not like that. They want that they want to learn all day one day. Yes or no? It's not good. Today what we learn group ID, artifact ID. Tomorrow some more points about the mapping. Tomorrow some more about the void. Some more. All some more becomes what? More. Group ID and artifact ID. Because if you need some information, just you can go with the Maven. Maven Tutorial. Maven what? Maven tutorial you can take. Maven tutorial, don't go for this like Java T point tutorial points like this. Go for the official documents. Official documents, one point you understood enough. This guy is saying like process the process because the process will process the. Got the point, right? That's what go for this is Maven Apache.org. Maven in how many minutes, 5 minutes. So Maven is given by Apache, Apache Maven project. Who is the author of Maven, Apache Foundation, right? Exactly. Guess Maven is given by who is the vendor of Maven, Apache. Apache Software what Foundation, right? Apache Maven project. This is like 5 minutes document for the Maven. We need to check the 5 minutes document for this. Guys, here you can see what we require. Some basic points you'll get. Guys, here you can see the Maven is yeah. If you Java take first to run because find this is the folder structure. Just now we see right formed XML file. One is what src main Java. One is test.java. src main Java, src test.java, right? Yeah, the src this is like all about the package name. This is like app.java, app test.java. So no, yeah, this folder we checked right. Where is the folder? Here you can see. This is the package name. There you can find what app.java. Here you can find what app test.java, right? Here like this. By default, the guy is given the app.java, app test.java. Clear? Hmm. See guys, src main.java directory contains the project source code. See how beautiful the point is. See, src main. Tell me, src what? Main. src main Java directory contains the project source code. Project what? Source code, right? Project what? Source code. Next one is what? src test.java directory contains the test source code. Very good. Testing code. So, first one is what? Test source code. One is what? src main code, test source code, right? Exactly. Third one is what? One is what? Format XML file, right? Uh, Format XML file. Just నిద్ర రాదు అప్పుడు. For you mandatory. It's mandatory item. Take src main.java and src test.java. src main.java and what? src test.java. You got the clarity? Terminal is important. src main.java means directory contains the project source code. src test.java directory contains the test source code. And POMD XML file is a project and the POMD XML file. POM.xml file is the project's object model. Sometimes I'll ask a question, what is the form full form? Form full form, project object model. Project object model. And project, what is form full form? Project object model. Total how many files you got? Maven total 3 files. src main Java, src test.java, POM. src main.java contains source code. src test.java test source code. Test source code. Last one is what? POM XML file contains the project object model or POM you can say, right? Yes or no? This structure is clear. Understand this directory unit is the following standard project structure. This is like standard project structure. Yes or no? This is a standard project structure, right? Exactly. Yeah. Under this directory, we have the notice the following project structure. This is a project structure. You got the clarity, right? Yes. App.java is there, app.test.java is there. Somewhere. This is given by Apache people. We clear? That's it. This is my application. Then format XML file is there, SRC folder is there, tester folder is there, right? Oh, yes or no? Yes. Okay, there is a direct structure. Okay, this pom.xml file, this is the group root tag is a project tag. What the root tag? Project tag. Okay, root tag is what? Project tag, right? Yes. Yes, so today we need to go for the group ID and what artifact ID. If you go for the group ID, group ID and what? Maven plugins, you can see here the plugins about the Maven, install jars, everything is fine. This is documentation of the Maven. You please check the documentation when we have the time. What is Maven? Maven is a what is Maven? Yeah, Maven is a this word meaning accumulator of what? Knowledge. Accumulator of what? Knowledge, right? Exactly. Okay, just you read these points when you have the time. Futures, download, new release, Maven plugins, Maven extension, Maven what? Extensions, right? Multiple extensions are there, fine. Index category, Maven repository, Maven repository. You'll get these points later, so this is not right time to discuss. Okay, fine. Because group ID is there, what artifact ID. Group ID is nothing but what? Hey, you will get that name actually. Group ID means unique identifier like that. Welcome. Hey, we'll see that point. Group ID required. That is the group ID. What is Maven? Maven is a dish language center. Maven is a dish, a dish word meaning is what? Accumulator of what? Knowledge. That is a Maven. Polymorphism is a poly means many, morphism means forms, right? Polymorphism is a Greek word. Polymorphism what? Greek word. Maven is what? A dish word. Huh? Dish. Dish. Huh? Maven is a dish word meaning is what? Accumulator of what? Knowledge. Accumulator of what? Knowledge, right? Group ID, group ID. No group ID here. Documentation there. Maven plugins is there. Maven extensions are there. Index. Hmm. Getting started in how many minutes, ma? 30 minutes. 30 minutes or 5 minutes you want? 5 minutes, huh? మ్యాగీ నూడిల్సా ఇది మ్యాగీ కాదమ్మా సరిపోయింది what is Maven report build documentation reporting? Maven. So provide way of helping managing whatever builds, documentation, reporting, dependencies, SCM, release and distribution, the history of the Maven, identify the setup, and what we require group ID. This is the thing, yeah, this is the group ID. See guys, this is a group ID. See, project means what? This is the top level element of the Maven files. Project is what top level element. Because if you open this format XML file, this is a format XML file, right? Top element is what project. Project is root tag. Servlets in the servlets we discuss web.xml file, right? Web.xml file root tag is what? Web app. So like that, pom root tag is what? Project. Yes or no? Project, right? Yes. Project is the top element of the project top element of the format XML file, right? Exactly. There's one thing, module version is the model version is the group ID. Read that point. What is the group ID? This element indicates the unique identifiers of the organization or group that is created the project. Unique identifier of the organization, nothing but package name, right? Or group that is create the project. The group that is created what? Project, right? That is called group ID. This is what group ID, right? It's a group ID. This element, the group ID, guys. This element identifies the unique identifier of the organization or group that is created what? Project, right? Yeah, the group ID is one of the key identifier of the project. It is typically based on what? A fully qualified domain name of the organization. Fully qualified what? Domain name of the organization. We understood as package name, right? Group ID is what? Unique identifier of the organization or group that is created what? Project. Group ID is one of the unique key identifier of the project, right? Key identifier of the what? Project. And is typically based on the fully qualified domain name of the organization. Got the clarity, right? Yes. For example, because if that points, if I'm saying, you cannot digest immediately. But when you read API documentation, you'll understand immediately. Which one is correct? If Sari is saying that words when I type something, you cannot digest the points immediately. But when I copy here group ID, when you are reading now, then you'll get the you are not believing faculties. Because core Java you believe, advanced Java you believe, but Spring you have some knowledge, right? Sir, man. Then immediately you need the proof of concepts. POCs. For example, yes. For example, org data, Apache data, Maven data plugins is the designated group ID for all Maven plugins. This is for Maven plugins, but your project means what? Com dot TCS dot. Tell me, com dot what? TCS dot bank dot plugin site, something like that. Clear? Yes, that is a group ID. Understood that unique identifier of the organization or the group which create the project. Group ID. The second one, what we created a artifact ID. This element indicates the unique base name of the primary artifact being generated by this project. Primary artifact means what? Project name. Wait, this is like what? Group ID and what? Artifact ID. This one just you need to go for the some points about the Maven here. This is artifact ID. This element indicates the unique base name of the primary artifact being generated by this project. The primary artifact of the project is typically jar file name, like project name.jar, right? Typically, what jar file name, right? Exactly. You understood that meaning, right? Project name is like project name is what? A student library system, a student what you can say, library management system. Project name. Library management system is a project name. There's a group ID, artifact ID. Artifact ID. Group ID is a package name. Package is what? com.tcs. Something like this. So group ID is the package name. Artifact ID is the project name. When the project jar files or var files are generated, then what name generated? Based on the group ID generated, based on the artifact ID generated, based on what? Artifact ID. Project management system, library management system dot jar file, library management system dot var file, like that. Sir, the primary artifact for the project is typically a jar file, right? Exactly. Yes, sir, nowhere. That is called artifact ID. Version means version of the project, version means what? Version of the project. What version you are going to create, right? This element indicate the version of the artifact and generate for this project, right? Version, any of these three elements are enough as of now. So how many elements we done? Three elements. What the first element, group ID. You understood the group ID, right? These three clear. That is the basic information of Maven is enough. Then you will go for the Spring. Otherwise, this is Maven class. When you create the Maven project, you will get the 3 points. src main.java, src, src main.java, what it contains? Source code. src test.java, test files. What files test files. src main.java, src test.java. Next one, POM diagram. POM full form is what? Oh, very good. That's 3 points you got that place. And next, File level 3 points, 4 points. One is the project. Project is a root tag. Project is what root tag. Group ID. Group ID is only what organization name. Organization, right? Our group that is create the project. Artifact means what primary project name. It's like jar file name. Version means what version of the project what we create, right? Enough. Maven is from which language Dishwater. Accumulator of what knowledge. We clear Maven is clear? Yes. Okay, so enough just let me go for the Spring. Come back to what class Spring. Because what we need to create now, beans you have to create. Let me create one bean class. Right click new. I want to take the class. Wait, what a class let me take the greeting example. Greeting. What a class name guys? Greeting class. Just click on the finish. Here's my greeting class. Yes, greeting class contains method is what public void which method greet method. Public void greet method. So this is our control space. Good morning, Ratan sir. Good morning, what? Ratan sir. Ratan sir. Good morning. Uh, I'll take estimate next student. I'll write the message. But the student info, you're sleeping, no? That name I'll write that place. It's somewhere. This is the greeting. Guys, guys, here you can write the data. What the data tell me? Wide greet. Let me take, yeah, as of now, let me take only greet. Let me configure this class first. Okay. Just to configure this class, wait to configure what this class. I told you to create what annotation part. But to understand this, first of all, we require the jar files. Can you please add the jar files, sir? Where we will add the jar files in the dependencies. In the dependencies, right? In the dependencies, we need to add the project jar files. We add the project jar dependencies. Jar dependencies in what tag? In below tags. Enough. For the root tag dependencies. Dependencies contains which tag dependency tag. Why dependencies contains which tag dependency. By default which dependency is coming JUnit. Group ID is there, artifact ID is there, version is there, right? Yeah, this is called by default which one is coming Wait, by default which one is coming JUnit, right? That's what if you go for the project here JUnit is there 3.8. Like by default JUnit is coming. So no. Now you require the Spring Core module, Spring Core dependency. To run this project, my basic example, you require the Spring Core dependency, Spring Beans, Spring Core and what? Spring Beans, Spring Context. Sir, no, that's it. Actually, here to represent, to configure this Bean, at the rate which you have is a component annotation. What annotation I told you? Component. But component is coming or not coming, not coming. That's what. First one, you can go for the dependencies. Sir, how to add the dependencies? You can go for the Maven repository. Maven repository. Go for the mavenrepository.com. Mavenrepository.com. You got the pointer? To take the dependencies, those are jar files. Instead of jar files, we have to say what dependencies. To take the dependencies, use the website Maven repository, right? User website is what? Maven repository. Okay, fine. Go to the Maven repository. What the jar you need Spring core, right? You can add the Spring what? Core. Right, so this is a Spring core. Click on clear. This is Spring core. Click on the Spring core jar. Come down. Spring versions you are getting. Spring versions. Let me go with the Spring version, some version like 5.2.3, like some version you can take 5.1.15, whatever you want, just you can take some version. Click on the version number so you can come down. There you can see the this is like Gradle there. But you want Gradle or Maven? Maven. Click on the Maven. Yeah, this is like Maven dependency. You need to copy this dependency. We need to make the dependency in the formed XML file. Here the first dependency is there. Now second dependency. Yes or no? When you make the dependency, when you save the code, it is downloading the jar file. It will download what? That jar file. That dependency will come to this place. Maven dependencies. The dependencies comes to what is, I think you place in the wrong place. Wrong place. One tag is missing. Yeah, this is closed, right? This is the opening to closing. This is for the jaded jar. In the below you can place this second dependency, right? Wait, these are dependencies. These are the first dependency. This is the second dependency, right? Just to save it. Once if you save, if you see in the bottom side, it's downloading the file. Now, if you go for this one, you can see that jar file. Previously, how many jars are there? One. Now it is downloading the Spring Core and Spring JSL. Spring Core jar is coming. First jar we need to place. Slowly we need to work. Automatically we will get the copy the dependencies, place it, save it. When you save it, the data comes to here. Maven dependencies. But to download this, we require the jars. So we require what? Internet. Require what? Internet. Let's come to the greeting. Now let me go for at the rate unchanation component. Still coming or not coming? Not coming. One more jar required. Okay, one more jar. What is one more jar? At the rate bean dot jar. Sorry, what is spring bean jar, right? Exactly. The second jar is like spring context jar. Spring context. Spring core, spring context. Spring context, we can go for the. See, guys, for this one, we need to make like jars like this. But in the Spring Boot, we have a Spring Boot starter project. Spring Boot starter, one jar if you download, that will pull all the jars internally. But here, every jar we need to take. So previously, which version you have taken now? 5.2. 5.2 or 5.1 now? 5.1.15. So 5.1.15. Yes, this one you can take. Let me come down. What you can do, Ma? This is like Maven. Copy this. Go for the project. Format XML file. Previously, how many dependencies are there? First one, second one, and this is third one. First one is JUnit. This is Spring Core. This is Spring context. Save it. Once if you are saving, go and check the file. Because here you can see we got the Spring Core, Spring context. Spring context means Spring Beans downloaded. Spring AOP downloaded. Spring Expression downloaded. Get the point, right? Yes. But Spring Boot starter, one starter will pull these all the jars. One starter will pull this all the jars that we will see later class. But as of now, how many you configured? Two. Yes. Now at the rate which annotation here component. Now coming or not? Period type annotation. Component annotation. This is at the rate component, guys. That's all. Total how many jars we placed on total? Just two. What is two? Spring core, spring context. Spring core was spring context, right? Exactly. Clear? Added component. Yes, let me take the init and destroy also, right? Again, why you will take that one? Init init method you can take. Init just you can write a message. This is what greeting. Greeting what method Greeting init 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 what method, right? Exactly. Yes, can you please take one more method? Huh? Destroy. Tell me the code for that. Public void what? Destroy. If you take the public void destroy, this is like greeting, this is like greeting, this is which method? Destroy method. You got the point, right? This is destroy. I told you that to represent the init method means initialization. Post constructor destroy now. Post construct means what? After After what? Constructor. You can write the post constructor. Again, the point is post constructor is not coming because post constructor is not coming here. Again, post constructor is not coming means again one more jar required. Context is there, context is there, and core is there. But post constructor is not there in the Spring annotations. Post constructor is not there in what? Spring annotations, which is the lifecycle annotation, right? I think this post constructor is there in the one annotation that is called, JavaX dot JavaX dot what annotation dot this one JavaX dot annotation dot API. JavaX dot annotation dot what API. For that I need the jar, right? That's what I can copy that. You can place here. Click and enter. I think you got the one. Uh, JavaX dot annotation dot API jar JavaX dot annotation. Annotations jar file. What I can say here? JavaX dot. Let's do one thing. Go to the Google. This one. Maven dependency. Maven. Uh, Maven dependency. Click on its Maven dependency. See guys, JavaX dot annotation API, right? Maven dependency. Sama, I know the jar file name. Just I copied the jar file name. I want a Maven dependency. I type like that. Then we got the Maven dependency, right? Just you can come down. This is the Maven dependency. Yes, now if you go for this one, here one more dependency. This is for the JavaX dot annotation hyphen API. But this is Spring related or JavaX dot annotation related? JavaX dot annotation related. Just you can save it there. After saving, go and check that the jar file is downloaded or not. See guys, JavaX dot annotation hyphen API or not. Exactly. Guys, now come to the greeting. Now let me check the post construct. Coming or not? Like that, Amma. So here you can write the pre-destroy. Coming or not? Like that. Like that. Slowly we have tried the code, Amma. First component not coming. How many jars you making? Two jars. What a jar? Spring core jar required. Spring. Anita will tell you what the jar file. Tell me, Anita. Spring core and Spring. Now post construct pre-destroy coming or not coming? Amma? Not coming because that is related to Spring or related to the annotation. JavaScript dot annotation. Again, we need to go for another. Immediately it's come. Not coming means we need to check that Google. It belongs to Springer's mother jar. Where is it? Then you need to go for that jar. We need to make the dependency. Sir, no. Fine. Unfortunately, fortunately, we completed successfully. You got the point, right? Yes. That is my project. Yes, greeting file is done. Yeah. In app.java, you need to start the container. In app.java, start the container, guys. Tell me how to start the container. Application context. Application context. Context equal to new class path XML application context. Hey, we need to give the Spring configuration file, right? We need to give what Spring configuration file. Okay, so we need to create the Spring configuration file under this SRC main Java folder only. New. Let me take what file. What the file, SRC folder I am creating. What the package name? SRC. Hmm. Previously we created the file na. Where you created? Tell me. Under the SRC folder na. Under which folder ma? SRC folder. You created under the package under the SRC folder ma. Under the SRC folder. In the same way, come here also under the SRC main.java. New. I want take what file? What the file am I here? Spring hyphen config data XML, right? Exactly. String hyphen config dot what XML, right? Enough. Yes, here what we need to do here just we can configure this data. So this is the data, guys. Here what we need to do is bean stack opening. After is what? Bean stack closing, right? Enough. Clear? Sir, you don't have bean tag now. Today is all about the annotation, right? Sir, no. When you start the container, when we start what? Container, there is app.java. When we start the container directly cannot recognize the annotation somehow. Container goes to configuration file. What a configuration file? String hyphen config dot xml. Container goes to string.xml, configuration XML file. Here you have to specify that my project contains annotations. My project contains what? Annotations. When you start the container immediately goes to that XML configuration, XML file. But do you have any XML files now? XML information now? No. You have to give the information to container. Hey container, please look into the annotations. To do that, context dot, we can write the component scan. What data required? Component scan. Okay, what the point is clear? What I'm saying? What I'm saying? Tell me. When you start the container, when you start what container, what happened? Tell me then. Wait, every day you're doing this line right. Application context. When you start the container, then what happened? It will go for the Spring configured XML file. Na? Previously here the beans are there. Na? XML configurations. It will executing property tag, constructor arc tag like that. Today you have the property tag, constructor arc tag, annotations are. Then you need to give the information to container. Container immediately comes to display first. But displays any data is there? No. Where is your data? Annotation. So that's what we need to go with context.component scan we have to do. Component scan. Then immediately container comes displays. Okay, component scan is given the name. Then immediately base package. Immediately container goes to this package. Container goes to what? This package. Container goes to this package. Tell me, container goes to what? This package. Looking for annotations. Looking for what? Annotations. So finally understood that when you start the container immediately comes to the configuration file only. In configuration file, any configurations are there? No. Then you are giving information to container. A container components can do the component scan. Components means what? All the components you can scan it. Where the annotations are there, take it. That's the point, right? Yes. But here we have to give the base package name. What is my package name? Com data, TCS data. Uh, that package name we have to give. Com.tcs.annotation example. Na? This package name we have to give here. Double quotes is missing. Yes. You got a clarity, right? That is a point. Very important class, right? Make sure because Maven information, Maven project, folders, example. For me, it is taking 1 hour. Means for you, it will take 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Somewhere, I am talented means you are very talented, right? That's what. Yes or no? That's what. When we, definitely container starts from here. Container starts from here. Then what happened here? When you start the container goes to Spring configuration file. In the Spring configuration file, what you specified? A container go and check the component scans. Component scan means what? Go and check the annotations, right? Got the point? Huh? Yes. Immediately container comes here. Just you'll go for the remaining part. We clear? Huh? Yes, ma. Because greeting.java, do you have any method? Greet method. I need to call that method, right? How can I call that method? Anyway, guys, first you start the container. When you start the container, what happened here? Tell me. Bean object is created. Huh? Bean object is created means what? Init method got executed or not? Yes or no? Yeah? I'll write మొత్తం complete code I'll write. Yes. Context dot what get bean. Which bean we have to get? Bean you have to get. Greeting bean. Sir, previously greeting bean means we have the ID. Sir, but where is ID here? Now, component this is a bean tag, right? By default, class name is taken as a reference only. Capital G is a class name, small g is a reference variable. When you make the component, by default, class name is taken as what? Reference. That's what context.getBean give the class name, give what class name, but the smaller capital are small. What is the reference variable? Which class belongs to greeting dot class. So greeting what? Dot class, right? Then you can make the greeting, right? Greeting, you can write the greet. Greeting G, very good. Then we need to call a G dot which method, amma? Greet method, na? Exactly. Hey, we need to close, right? Then only destroy executed, na? I think application context does not contain close method. That time I told. Oh, configurable application context. Configurable application context contains what? A close method. Then destroy got executed, right? Ah. Application context is the parent. Configure application context is what? Okay, fine. Clear? Yes. Bhagavan अच्छा करे तो output first example with Maven, with annotations, with the pom.xml file, all are done properly, right? Yeah. When we start the container, then what happened, guys? Last time I repeat the flow. When you start the container goes to what? Spring configuration.xml file. Here you are specifying information what a component scan. Container go and check the component scan in this package. This package, how many beans are there? Those all the beans are look into all the beans. Look into what? All the beans. This bean component is there. This object is created. Constructor is there. Executed. Destroy is there. Executed. All the component based, right? Exactly. Got the point, right? Yes. I simply can run this project. Go for the which file, app.java. Clear? Yes. Right click on the project, run on Java application. Pray to God. God, मेरा को थोड़ा tell me, online people can hear me. Online people sleeping. Mm. Yes, run this code. Right click on the project, run as Java application. So what is the expected answer now? Init method. Good morning, Ratan sir. Destroy method. Clear? Let me run the code. Sir, na? Run the code. If Anita tell, I'll run the project. Tell them how to run the project. How to run the project, man? Right click on project, run as what? Java application. Click on this, right? And say click on this. Ah, thank God. God is God is watching Ratan sir. Sir, no. If something is failed, this kind of applications, you think that application completely flow missed. This kind of application should not fail. If something is failed, then you will think like no flow again mismatched. Output is coming means what? The flow is which we think like no very clear. అంతే కదమ్మా ఇప్పుడు ఫెయిల్ అయింది మళ్ళీ నేను మోడిఫై చేశాను అనుకో ఆ ఉన్నది పోద్ది అవుట్పుట్ వచ్చింది ఫస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఎప్పుడైనా క్లియర్గా దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యూ కెన్ డూ మోడిఫికేషన్స్ రైట్ క్లియరా భగవాన్ మేరాకు అచ్చా అచ్చా హై component is clear? Yes. I told you that component means bean. Object is created. By default, reference is taken as a class. Class name is taken as a reference. Class name is taken as what? Reference. Class name is taken as reference. Very good. Because, for example, greeting test is there. What name? Greeting test. Just let me rename this file. What my file name? Greeting test. Rename the file greeting test.java. Previously, greeting means only one word, right? Now, greeting test is one word or two words are two words. Sir, no, yaar. Then, while getting the app.java, your get bin is there, na? This is a greeting test dot class. This is also greeting what test. What's the reference variable? Reference variable. Greeting tester. Greeting test means greeting test is small like this. Maida pindi. Tell me, variable name starts with lower case. Inner word starts with upper case. Methods and variables, mixed case convention, right? Variable name starts with what? Lower case. Greeting test means what? T capital undali. Should be capital. That's what I change the name. I know your talents, right? Hey, clear? Very good. When you got the output, you are very happy, right? Feel very happy. Meer kaadalema. I feel very happy. Otherwise, again headache. Greeting tester. Greeting test means what? T capital, right? For this one, something like you change some data. This is good morning, Ratan sir. Ratan sir, nice. Good morning, Ratan sir. Nice sir. Good sir. Nice sir. Good sir. Hero sir. What's our hero sir? Yes sir, no yaar. Then app.java. Greeting test T capital. You got the point, right? Because here the greeting test, two words are there. Two words means what? Variable name is taken as a variable name start with what? Lowercase. Inner word is what? Capital. How to run the application? Anita? Right click on the project. Run as Java application. Coming up. Good morning, Ratan sir. Nice sir. Good sir. Hero sir. Clear? Yes. But Mahalakshmi is saying that, sir, I don't want this complete name, this much name. Who will give you? I am sleeping. I want my favorite name. What name, ma? Sleep. Uh, if you want your favorite name, you can give like this. Sleep. You got the point, right? Added component of sleep. Three points, Amma. First point, by default, class name is URL, but one word is there. Second one, two words. Two words means reference variable you have to take care. Third one is what? You take your own name. But the name of my year sleep. Good morning, Ratan sir. Ratan sir nice. Ratan sir hero. Ratan sir sleep. Sir sleeping. Sir what am I? Sir sleeping is not good, right? Good and done. Good done. Okay, sir. No, the name is sleep, right? Then students are sleeping. Hey, students, Ratan sir students, no sleep. Ratan sir only sleeping. Sir hero. Sir sleeping. You got the point, right? Yes. But where we need to change app.java, there we can write this is what must sleep. Got the point? I click on the project, run as what? Java application. Got the point, right? Good morning, Ratan sir. Sir, nice. Sir, good. Sir, hero. Hero, sir. Sir, sleeping. Clear? Now, any questions? How many jars total? Three jars. What are three jars? Uh, Java X dot annotation, that is data, right? Annotation based configuration, no? Annotation for the annotation, right? Exactly. Guys, are you clear? Good morning, hero. Nice, great students. What about students? Yeah, students are nice. Others are students, no worries, ma. They always, they are lucky people. What is it? They are lucky because they will learn the very good subject from Ratan sir, no? They are very lucky. Lucky students, lucky sir. You got the point, right? You want me to explain the flow? I understood, I think, very clearly, right? Yeah. Thank you, guys. Online people, if you want, you can join one more class. One more class is there for the Java, core Java. Yeah. Bye, guys. Like the video, comment the video, subscribe to our channel to get the more videos. A last point only. Let me do it one time. One time. Okay, this is the project structure. SRC main.java. What it contains? Source code. SRC test.java contains test code. This is a Spring configured XML file, test file, Maven dependencies, JAR system library. JAR Maven taken by default, which was 1.5. Because SRC main, it's not there. Leave it. Because here format XML file is there, na? Yes. Format XML file is there. We need to check the dependencies tag. Under the dependencies tag, we make the dependency. Spring a core dependency, spring a context dependency. But this is for what reason? Java X dot annotation. This is for what reason means pre-construct post destroy is not given by Spring, is given by Java X annotation package. That's what you're going for this package, right? Good. Grading the test. Understood, right? Total three flavors we discussed. First flavor is what? Class name as a reference variable. Second flavor is two words I taking greeting test. Then reference variable how to check. Third is what am I taking your own reference variable. Pre-construct on what? Post constructor and what? Post constructor means after constructor, right? Pre-destroy, before destruction. Clear? Application starting fine now? Yes. Thank you guys. Like the video, comment the video, subscribe to our channel to get the more videos. Bye.